And welcome back to the Daily Wrap, everybody. I'm still joined by Rick Unger, Heather Hansen, and Susan Solovic. Happy hour for these three. We'll have to wait at least 33 more minutes.
Where would we have gone?
I'm thinking we would have gone to Lutece 21.
Ah, you're buying. I see.
Types of places, yeah, no shot.
Okay.
Anyway,
We could have a little few cocktails on the set. Maybe.
we will.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We call it the F block.
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody who's not going to happy hour this evening most likely is former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, whose email problems are growing. Now, ABC News reporting the former First Lady may have broken at least 2 federal laws, including an existing one on the books from 2005 that says employees could use private email accounts for official business only if they turned all emails over for entry into government computers, which did not happen. That ruling also, except for some very narrow exceptions, in 2009, another rule went into place regarding the use of private email. According to the U.S. Code of Federal Regulations in 2009, if an agency allows its employees to use a personal email account, it must ensure that the emails are preserved in the appropriate agency record-keeping system. Now, this video has surfaced from 2000 of then Senator Hillary Clinton discussing why she isn't interested in email.
Isn't that just been investigating all that? You know why?
Right, yeah.
But Mike, why would I have ever wanted to do email?
No,
Can you imagine?
no.
Oh boy, everything's on tape, even in 2000 apparently. Well, Mrs. Clinton obviously isn't interested in leaving a paper trail, but in 2007 she called out the Bush administration, claiming the White House had secret emails.
Our Constitution is being shredded. We know about the secret wiretaps. We know about the secret military tribunals, the secret White House email accounts.
Now, what's interesting about this is ABC News is reporting this, and the New York Times broke the story. In other words, this isn't Breitbart and the right-wing conspiracy. This is the mainstream media that smells blood in the water, and she still ain't talking, Heather Hansen.
Well, and the interesting thing to me was today Valerie Jarrett was on a Bloomberg show, and she said that there was a very firm policy in place by President Obama that you were not supposed to have these special email accounts. And so then the interviewer asked her, well, then did she violate this policy? And she said, I would defer to the State Department on that. So even the administration is backing away from her, though.
Susan, you mentioned House of Cards before. This is a rivalry thing at this point between the Obamas and the Clintons. They can say they love each other all they want. 2008 still resonates, and now I have a feeling the Valerie Jarretts of the world are loving this.
Oh, I'm sure they are. They're watching her, topple on her little throne there. But I think that what we've seen here is, the Clintons have always had this air about them that the laws just don't apply to them. It's fine for everybody else. Hillary, when she was at the State Department, told her staff not to use personal emails, and if they did, there would be serious consequences. So, do as I say, but not as I do. If you're a leader, you have got to follow the right path.
Rick Unger.
This is all good stuff, and I don't blame you a bit for saying it. You're entitled to say it. She
Thank
behaved
you, Rick.
badly. You're right.
Thank you.
However, I have appointed myself the minister of keeping it real on Hillary. The 2 points you raised at the beginning of the segment. First of all, you said she didn't turn them over. She did turn them over. The problem is she turned them over 3 years later.
Yeah.
And this is why we have a new law as of 2014 that says you are still perfectly able to use your own personal email, but you have 20 days to turn it over.
I'm going to debate with you that I don't really think it's a law. I think it's a regulation.
Well, it is, but regulations are a law.
Well, I know,
The
but
difference is
there's no criminal.
and there's
the
no
Clintons
criminal
are
penalty.
lawyers, and they're going to look at that gray area,
Yeah,
and they're going to argue that.
It doesn't matter.
But
It just
Rick,
doesn't
it
matter.
matters when it
She's
comes to her
tarred and
credibility.
I agree.
And especially with...
That's why I'm saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you want to call it a law or regulation. This will hurt her. I completely
it'll hurt
agree.
her.
But
I
I think
agree with
it's,
that.
for people like us, it's really important that we not get sucked into all these different offshoots. What she did probably did not technically violate a law. What she did violated the spirit of the law. In my estimation, that's just as bad.
I want to get out of the legalities for a
Okay.
moment. I just want to, we're 4 people, you talked about alcohol before, we're at a happy hour right now.
right.
And we're just talking about this. And we say, the Secretary of State had a private email account that she created, and then the New York Times exposes it. Is this somebody I really want to vote for?
The New York Times did not expose it. The Benghazi Committee exposed it, and that's another misnomer out there.
But the
New
report
York
came
Times
out
reported
via
it.
the New York
Yes.
Times.
Hacker exposed it in 2013.
Actually, no one can make up their mind about that. They're saying that in the Sidney Blumenthal hack.
Right.
It was
Guccifer
exposed as an
was named.
account, but she
Yeah.
wasn't hacked. But the Benghazi Committee found out, the old Benghazi Committee found out about it when they asked for the emails.
Right.
Now, the media strategy, Susan, appears to be just like the Clintons have done in the past, which is, okay, we're not going to talk, and we're going to wait for the Republicans to make a mistake, overplay their hand, and they could say, see, the evil Republicans are picking on Hillary
That's
again.
right. It's those right-wing conservatives, you know. I tell you what, you just can't
overplay
trust
them?
them. No,
what
I'm
we were
sorry,
talking
but I
about.
think here's the thing in politics. You can't point fingers at people and then do what you're pointing fingers at. You're hypocritical, and that loses all your trust and credibility.
That's why Jeb Bush can't come against her, though, because as governor,
has
he
the
had a
same
person,
problem.
same exact
Yes.
problem. So if
But
it's him, this issue gets a little bit
Susan
less.
and I talked about this earlier, your question. This is going to be the test. Republicans have a way of having a fabulous issue and then overplaying it. So we'll see if they do it again. They are doing it a little bit today.
Okay, it's we'll have to see on this one, like every other issue we've been talking about. So coming up next, it's potluck time. This is the Daily Wrap, and it's only on Newsmax TV.